Good morning, we are back. It is Wednesday and it's our first session back after skiing. We're back from our merriment, little Severance reference for those who watch. What a finale, by the way. And I've literally just been convincing myself the entire time that my legs hurt in different places, just properly getting in my head about it, but we're all good. We're gonna go out for a 10K easy run now, see how we're feeling. This is the first session back. It's actually my first run in a week, which I didn't want it to leave it that long. I was supposed to run yesterday, but since getting back, it's just been one of them juggle weeks. Lots of moving parts. We're looking after a friend's dog. Let's crack on. It's 7:30 right now. We have to leave the house at 9. Oh, also, new headphones. These Beats by Dre Power Beats Pro 2. They hook around your ears. They're obviously a little bit more invasive than the Shocks, but we'll see. Right, let's get on with this run now. You know what's really interesting? My heart rate seems to be super low, and according to my chorus, obviously, as of yesterday, my body started decreasing in fitness because I hadn't run for 5 days. But what's really interesting, I expected to really struggle this morning. I did this fasted, had a coffee this morning, and I've been running like at 5:40, and my heart rate's been like 140, which is so good. As I mentioned on last week's video, it was my first time ever skiing. And with a marathon just around the corner, I was super worried about getting injured. Everyone I'd spoken to had said, just be careful, but also you got to kind of be a bit fearless as well. And that was the one thing I really struggled with. So in classic fashion, since returning, I've just been feeling all sorts of random little pains in my leg, which are clearly all mental because I'm running now and I feel absolutely nothing. I feel great, if anything. I feel strong. My legs probably actually benefited from it. Working muscles in my calves, quads, hamstrings. A proper leg workout for like 4 days in a row. So definitely next time I go, I won't time it as close to a marathon so I can be a bit more carefree with it, because I felt like that was my issue. I feel like I would have improved so much quicker if I was a bit more carefree. But look, great trip. Now we're back to work. Less than 3 weeks now until Paris Marathon, which is insane. Just arriving at Victoria Park now. Question, I mentioned how my heart rate seems lower. Have I essentially done an altitude training camp in the Alps? Is that what has happened here? Has me pissing about in the snow for a few days increased my red blood cell production in some way? Because that's insane if it has. I wouldn't bother beasting yourself in Kenya, just go to Folly Deuce. I think that's the play. Got just over a kilometre left. My legs have definitely been like, what on earth is going on? Left hamstring always gives me problems. Always gets the tightest out of every muscle. I think it's something to do with my glute, but no, it's been good. Easy heart rate the whole time. Oh, we are finished. I'm so glad we got back out there. As soon as you get to a certain amount of days and you've had your fun, you just want to just get going. And that's how I felt yesterday, but I just didn't have the time. I've just gone and picked up the most insane parcel. Probably the most mental bit of gifting I've ever been given as a creator. I'll show you a lot later in the video. Cannot quite believe it, but let's look at the stats. 10K done, average pace 5:42, average heart rate 148. I'm honestly like so confused about my heart rate though. During the run, I was running like a 5:30 and my heart rate was like 142, which is insane. 80% of it in aerobic endurance, so zone 2. Impressed myself, impressed how I did after not running for almost a week. By the way, if you want to follow me on Strava, I've got the link in the description, or you just search Callum Goddard Mocklow. I haven't really got my full name on this page. I think a lot of people just don't know how to find me on there. Alright, cool. Let's get ready for the day. Oh, you know what? I think we've actually got consistent weather now. I think we've got consistent good weather. It's an absolute touch. I can't lie, yesterday I was massively in my head after my run about like feeling different sorts of aches and pains in my leg. Anyway, today's session, it is descending intervals. 1.6k conversational with a walking rest, then 1.6k at 4:05. I don't think fitness-wise it will hurt. It's more just my body's not used to running that fast. And then we've got 3 sets of 800 meters at 3:55 with 90-second walking rest in between, and then 3 sets of 400 meters at 3:40. Bloody hell, with 60 seconds rest in between, and then 1.2k cool down. Oh, this is gonna hurt. But I'm wearing my Pro 4s for this. Gonna get some more speed into them. Make sure they are all good for race day. Also, very exciting package. Update on the Power Beats Pro 2s for you. They're really nice, they sound really good, but the right one digs into my ear a little bit. That's probably just because I've got weird shaped ears. So if I'm going just off the left one, they're really good headphones. Really nice sound cancelling. The only thing I would say, when I run and, you know, hit the floor, you hear a slight thud when you've got no music playing, but I don't think it's that obvious when you have music playing. All right, so we're about to go into our first set, 4:05 for 1.6k, so for a mile. Here we go, 5 seconds left of the rest. This will feel tough, I think. Come on, the pace. Okay, first mile, 4 minutes 8 on that kilometre split. Not as fast as I should be, but it felt comfortable. My left knee, same spot that's caused a bit of jit before, bottom of the hamstring. Yeah, as I said, there's no pain, but you know when you just feel it, then you shouldn't feel it. So keep an eye on that one. First rep done, first 800 metre rep done. Didn't feel as much discomfort that time. I'm gonna chat to Charlie at the chiropractor tomorrow and see what he says, because he does physio as well. Gonna see what he says about it, let him have a feel around, see what he thinks is the case. Second rep done. I feel that one just flew past. Fitness wise, feel great. Just keep thinking about all the little aches and pains. It keeps stressing me out so much. Right, third and final 800, let's go. Final 800 rep done. I've now just got the 2 or 3 400s to go, and then it's a cool down, we're done. Let's go. First 400 was a bit off pace. 3:46. 3:45 that one, 1 second quicker. Final lap was slower, although it felt I was going quicker, and I was. I just think I incorporated too many turns, so it made me lose speed quite a bit. I just got home from work and I completely forgot that I've got this delivery to look at. I've got 2 boxes from Cadence. I think they've sent me everything they have. I'm buzzing. Like, you know, I was saying the other week how it's mental to me how brands that I love and brands that I really admire send me stuff. This is one of them for me. The branding's sick, the product's amazing, and you know what? It's the nicest tasting electrolyte product I've actually had. I think they've got a load of new stuff out. I know they've definitely got new flavoured cans, but I don't know if they've sent me those. We've got the citrus cans, and then I don't know what's in this box. Let me just move this. This one's a lot lighter. I've been wanting one of these bottles for ages. I've got their clean white bottle. Looks so sick. And then the smaller bottle as well. This is great because it's $5.50. Okay, then we've got, oh yeah, they told me about this. They've got like new packaging. So they've got the grey, the black, and obviously the traditional white. So what are the ones here? We've got the stack, the core, the race, and the recover. So the sleep one. I've heard the sleep one's amazing. It actually gives you really good. Yeah, I'm excited to try the sleep one. I've heard really good things about that. What else have we got here? This is the core. Melon berry flavour, not tried that flavour obviously, and then this is a variety pack with what are the different flavours I've got here. We'll have a look. Yeah, so this is the cherry flavoured sleep one, and then this is the race sodium in grapefruit flavour. Love that. What's the so the race one has 500 milligrams of sodium. The sleep one has 100 milligrams of sodium. And then the core has 500 milligrams of sodium. Wonder what, the race one's got caffeine in. That is class. Yeah, that's a touch. That's unbelievable. Yeah, big thank you, Cadence. As it's Friday, I'm working from home today. I was going to be doing my 21k run this morning, but because of yesterday and the fact that I've just got so in my head about it, I have got an appointment this afternoon with Charlie, and he's going to just take a look at me and put my mind at ease a little bit, he said. So I'm not running this morning. I may run late afternoon, evening. Just going to take it easy today, crack out some work. I got that new Cadence shipment, didn't I? So I'm going to give one of the flavours a go. This is the core. Yeah. That's super nice. Melon berry, that one was. I've also got a few other packages today. I feel like today I'm just going to be posting shit that I've been sent. So, last week you saw that I went to Run Limited and I spent an absolute mortgage on gels. Morton gels I had were only 20 grams of carbs, I believe, or 25 grams of carbs in each gel, meaning that I was having 2 an hour, meaning it's only 50 grams of carbs per hour. This may not work with my stomach, but I'm willing to give it a go. I've been sent Sturker's gels. Now, Sturker's gels are 50 grams of carbohydrates per gel, which means if I was to take 2 an hour, or even if I was to just take 1 an hour alongside the Morton caffeine, that would be close to 80 grams, 75 grams of carbs in an hour compared to 50. So I'm going to give that a go. They've also sent me their carb mixes as well, which would be good. So I always like a carb mix the night before a race. Now, another thing I've been sent, which I have tried before, are these compression socks. Stocks Energy socks. Now, these are like, ridiculously long. And I'm going to be honest here. I think they look like shit when you've got long socks and you're running in long socks. However, they are very good for wearing underneath trousers if you're having a recovery day, and that's what I'll use these for. When I was skiing, like when we went out for dinner and stuff, I'd put my recovery socks on in the evening to go out for dinner because it's under my jeans. So that's a few little gifting bits I've had. I've had one mental bit of gifting actually. I should have probably shown you when I was unboxing it. About 3 weeks ago, I got an email from a PR company and they said, hey, we're reaching out to you on behalf of Apple. Like Apple, as in Apple who make iPhones. And they said, yeah, we'd love you to try the new Apple Watch Ultra 2. And I was thinking, look, firstly, I love my Coros and I'm very happy with my Coros, but I thought I can't turn down the opportunity to work with a brand like Apple. I mean, that's insane. So they have sent me the Apple Watch Ultra 2. I've got to attend a seminar, an online seminar in a few weeks to learn about like its running capabilities. So yeah, they've sent me that, which is absolutely amazing. I've got it on charge right now, and I'll let you know my thoughts on it once it's all set up. And look, I'm being completely honest here. I would never have bought an Apple Watch Ultra without being sent it. I'm being completely transparent with you. I feel like there's so much online where creators get sent stuff and it's almost perpetuating that you should do the same sort of thing. If you really believe in a product, like I do with certain other brands, I'll obviously tell you guys about it and be like, right, I really recommend it if you're looking at doing a certain thing. But for this, I'm like, I would not personally spend £800 on an Apple Watch Ultra, but I'm not going to turn that down. And I'm not going to turn that down to tell you guys my honest thoughts on it. Look, Apple haven't paid me. They've literally just sent me the product and they've said, look, give it a go. You've got it for a year. Yeah, so I'm going to try it out for a bit and I'm going to tell you my honest thoughts compared to the Coros, because I think there's a good opportunity here for me to be completely black and white on my thoughts and feelings for it. I used to have an Apple Watch SE when I first started getting into my marathon training and stuff last year, but it was so bad. It was so bad. The battery power was shit. And then also as well, I'd be doing my runner workouts, which are linked to the watch, and it just skipped through laps. Like my watch would just be on me and it would just automatically skip through laps without me touching it. And it really wound me up. I was like, all right, I need to get away from the Apple Watch thing and move to a more conventional running watch. But yeah, look, I'm being deadly honest here. 800 quid's a lot for a watch. Yeah, I'll see what it's like. I'll give you my honest thoughts. I'm not going to make a whole dedicated video to it or anything like that. But in these videos, I will tell you my thoughts. And you know what? I'm probably going to keep wearing it as like a kind of difference to my Coros, because the Coros is sick, yeah? It's amazing for running and everything about it, its stats, all of that stuff I absolutely love. But it might be good for the Apple Watch, to wear when I'm just out and about and leisure wear, and I don't know, whether it's when I'm playing sport. You get what I'm saying. I'm keen to see what it's like, and I will let you know my thoughts and feelings on it. 3:26 currently on Friday. I'm going to keep this on and do my usual weekend of running. So I've got a shorter run today, small run tomorrow, and a long run on Sunday. And I'm going to tell you what the battery is by the end of the weekend, if it's even lasted till then. It's currently in full charge, 3:27 on Friday. Let's see how long this lasts. Okay, so I'm back from seeing Charlie, and as expected, I'm massively psyching myself out in the head. And yeah, I did this last year. I was convincing myself that I was getting injured and all of this sort of stuff. I'm 2 weeks out, and fitness-wise, I feel ready. So these 2 weeks when I'm running, I'm just sort of like, what if I get injured? And, what if doing this run pulls something? Or just all of these things going on inside my head. It's like, mentally, I just want to do it, but I still need to taper. But with that being said, we're going to do today's session. It's currently 5 p.m. and we have a little bit of tempo to do. So it's on and off kilometers, 1.5k at conversational pace to start with, and then we move into 4 kilometers in the following order. So we go 1k at 4:40, which is my marathon, top end of my marathon race pace, and then 1k at 4:05, which is faster, and then we do that again. So that gets repeated twice, and then we do a 1.5k cool down. I have got 2 watches on, and the only reason I've done this is because I'm worried about the fact that my Coros won't be tracking my progression, and I want to keep it on during the whole block. So I'm just gonna hit go on this watch and not have the session up, if that makes sense. And then I'm gonna have my session up on my Apple Watch to test the functionality, because the Apple Watch won't post automatically through to my Strava, but my Coros will. Does that make sense? All right, let's get on with it. We've got the Hoka Match X2s on, obviously nylon plate, bit of spring to them. I don't want anything too aggressive right now. Okay, you're probably wondering why the last clip didn't show me finishing off my run. Let me just explain. Yesterday, I was running and I was literally exactly halfway through my session. So I was doing obviously the warm-up and then the 2 faster sets. At the end of the 405, I was going up a hill, and I felt the exact same thing that I had in my left leg the day before in my right, and it really confused me because it was exactly the same. So I was like, right, well, this is obviously mental then. So I line bike home, and this whole time I'm like, oh, this doesn't feel good. It almost felt like it was a cramp, but it was almost a bit more pull-like. And I was thinking, look, because it's the same thing as the other side, it's definitely just me overthinking. Wax it on my Strava, you lot have commented. I really appreciate those people that commented, because there was actually some really useful information on there. People talking about how they get ghost injuries before races and stuff like that. And I think what's happened now is I'm just getting in my head about absolutely everything. It's just so stupid. Like, instead of just running and just forgetting about it and just appreciating the fact that I'm fit and I'm making fitness gains, I'm just getting in my head about absolutely everything. I don't really know why. Izzy was doing some stretching exercises last night, and the video she was watching, the bloke said about how if you think about tightness in a certain area, that area of your body will get tight. And all I've been thinking about when I've been running is, oh, my legs feel fine, nothing in my hamstrings yet, and then boom, something happens and suddenly I feel it in my hamstrings. In the grand scheme of things, I haven't really missed anything. I've missed half a session, about 3k worth of running, which is nothing. So I've got run club today, nice easy 5k. Hopefully I can just enjoy that and not think about anything too much, and then we'll feel good for tomorrow's session. If you lot have a race coming up and you've got this exact same emotion, this exact same feeling, please do let me know in the comments, because it's so hard to shift. It's so hard to get out of your head, and I'm someone who's always, as I said in previous videos, suffered with some sort of health anxiety and things related to that. So when it comes to running, when it's something I care so much about and have such an invested interest in the end result, it makes me even more anxious. Because like in my head, I'm like, well, what if I get injured and I can't do the race? That to me is just like terrifying. I've put the work in, I've done the strength work, I need to just not worry. I need to just get on with my sessions and just not deep it. Do you not just find it mental though, how your brain can literally trick you into thinking something is wrong with you? Like when you put it out on the table like that, it is absolutely insane. You can literally trick yourself into getting a headache. You can literally trick yourself into getting chest pain. You can trick yourself into any state. It's so bizarre. I just need this race to come along now. And because I know when I get to the start line, I should be buzzing. Adrenaline will take over and I'll just be able to do my normal thing and just put my work into practice. Run club, it's a beautiful sunny day. Also, I forgot to say, my pod with Paige is out now. Really great episode. Paige is a good mate of mine, so it was really nice just chatting to a friend, but also she's so knowledgeable. It was just great to chat, and I did reveal a little announcement on there exclusively. I'm not going to say it on here, but I did exclusively reveal it on there. And what I'm filming this afternoon back at home is linked to that. If you know what it is, because you've listened to the pod, comment below. Don't ruin it for anyone. Comment below saying, I'm excited for the new series. So that's all you need to say. So it's quite a funny one today. Izzy's actually out on her 26k long run. So she's planning to do 21 kilometers and then finish off with the 5k with all of us. It's quite funny. She's gonna be 21k deep into a run, then joining run club. The sun is shining. James, you've been to, you're a local, you've been to every one.
Basically a local. Yeah, I live in Hackney now. I don't.
The weather today versus some of them that you've attended. Chalk and cheese.
Best weather so far. Best weather. Sun is out, it's warm, it's not raining. What more can you ask for?
Exactly, man. The turnout's sick as well. Lots of first timers, and yeah, that's what's the best thing about it when we rock up and there's a load of new people that have never come before. And yeah, it's sick. We do it every other Saturday from that cafe. I'll put all the details in the description, obviously. Just follow the Instagram page and everything will be on there. Okay, I'm just about to film something very exciting. All become clear, but let me just quickly... Oh, that's all I'm showing you. I'm so tired. Good morning, it is time. It is my final long run of my Paris training block. I can't believe we got this far, it's insane. I've got 21k to do today, well, a half marathon to do today. Conversational pace. I did think I had race pace practice in there, but I looked at my plan and it said conversational, so I was like, oh, sweet. The plan for me is I'm gonna try and like stay at like a 5:30, 5:40. I'm not gonna go like super slow. Conversational should be for me like 6:20 or so, six-ish probably. So I'm just gonna see if I'm gonna try and like push like 152 the entire time, heart rate wise, and just see where that gets me, because that's still zone 2, but that kind of gets me quicker on the zone 2 end, I guess. Right, in terms of fueling today, I'm trying something different. Obviously, you've got to make the most of these sessions where you can actually try some stuff out. I was sent a load of stuff by Sturka. Now, if you don't know what Sturka is, you might recognise this brand. And they have gels which are 50 grams of carbs. And obviously the Morton ones are 25. So it's double the amount of carbs. So what I was thinking of doing today was trialing the Sturka gels paired with the Morton caffeine gel. So I was going to go Sturka on the half hour, caffeine gel on the hour. So that would mean if I'm doing like a 540, it would be like just under 2 hours. So that would mean I would need 3 gels. Sturka, caffeine, Sturka. That's the play that I'm going with. Also, Apple Watch update. I put it on charge this morning because it was on 20% battery, and it is now Sunday. It's a cool watch though. It's nice for like everyday wear. I'm gonna go with the New Balance 1080 V14. This is what I did all of my challenge in. They're like a bit more responsive than the Bondi 9s, but they're also very cushioned and very good for support, I guess. Right, so what I'm doing with these watches, I've got my runner on my Apple Watch, and then I'm just gonna do a free run on my Coros so it logs it still, because I want it to still track my fitness, so that's why I'm wearing both. Let's go. So in terms of fueling for this run, obviously I'm not doing any threshold work, but I tried to keep it the same as I would for race day. So I went with 2 slices of sourdough with some jam and spreads and stuff, bit of sugar in there, Cadence core electrolyte, it's like 500 milligrams of sodium, and a white Americano. That way I can kind of just sort of work out how the gels sit with me. If I was to do it on like less food that I would have on marathon day, they might not give me an accurate reading. Probably the only difference is on race day I'd have 3 pieces of bread rather than 2, and a carb mix the night before. Other than that, it was bang on. 30 minutes in, which means it's time for the Sturka gel. It actually tastes unbelievable. That is very easy to eat. 10k in like 54 or so. About to have the second gel. Feeling good, heart rate's knocking at about 155. Just trying to plod it out and not push myself too much. But yeah, it's a bit of a boring one. This is the final big shift now. It's time for the caffeine gel, and this is of course where things could go dreadfully wrong. It was alright last time, but with the other gels, who knows what's going to happen, so let's roll the dice. We've got 5k remaining, currently at like 5:30 pace. The main mission of today was really to just get out of my head. I feel like I've successfully done that. If ever I'm feeling like I'm focusing on a part of my body that's feeling slightly weird and stiff or whatever, I just sort of seem to just deflate and just like shake myself out a little bit, and that seems to work for me really well. And then yeah, it kind of goes away. If anyone is going through the paranoia, then I highly recommend you do that. Relax everything, almost feel like you're dragging everything along, and just shake out. I'm an hour and a half in, I just had my 3rd gel. I was umming and ahhing because like energy wise I definitely don't need this, but I'm doing it kind of to test how it sits in my stomach anyway. 21k complete. Feeling good, man, feeling really good. There we are. Oh, I am buzzing with that. That's my long run training done. All I've got left is a 13k next week. The work's done, man. Strong, very strong. It's so much more to give, which is great. So let's just have a look at the stats on the Coros. That's the reason I wore both, by the way, so that I can still get all of my Coros stats. You know, I love going through them with you guys at the end of these runs. So heart rate. Average was 156, which means 57% of the run was spent in zone 2, 34% spent in aerobic power, and then threshold was 8%. I think that was just at the end when I pushed it a little bit, just because I was running out of time. 1 hour 54.56, average pace 527, 1900 calories burnt, and only a 63 meter elevation gain, so half of what it will be in Paris. Actually, I think Paris might be 140, I think. I now need to really rush and get ready because I'm supposed to be leaving the house in 5 minutes to go see my mum for Mother's Day. So I will leave you there. Thank you very much for watching another week. We're so close to the end, people. All the hard work's done now. We just got to let the taper begin and trust it. That's the main thing. Trust the taper, and we'll feel the benefits on race day. I'm so excited for Paris, man. Got a videographer coming along with me, so I'm going to be making a sick video from this. Obviously, you'll still get a usual vlog. I'm still working out how I'm going to do that in terms of the actual race weekend, but there'll be a vlog going out the Wednesday after, which is all the way up until race weekend, or probably all the way up until the race. And then I'm going to do an actual full-on documentary style video of the race. I had a call with a videographer the other day. It's going to be a new phase for this channel. And obviously these videos are very relaxed, very point and shoot, but I want to start making some really professional stuff as well. Keep giving you these each week, but then on top of it, make some really sick videos every once in a blue moon for a big event. So have a great rest of your week. I hope your training's going well, and we'll catch you next Wednesday. So close now, people.